Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Musta'aliyah. I'm from class 7B. My student's number 22231801828. The Honorable Ma'am Dr. Ayu Multi Wijayanti MPD as the lecturer of Seminar English Language Teaching. In this video, I'm going to present my research proposal, and the title is The Influence of Using Wattpad Application Towards Students' Reading Comprehension in Narrative Text at 10th grade of SMK 1 Cilegon. Chapter 1, Research Background. Reading is one of the important skills in English. Basically, reading is the interactive processes between the reader and the text that find the meaning. So that's why reading comprehension is the skill of the students to understand what they read, the meaning of the word and the information. To overcome the difficulties of reading, the researcher using Wattpad application to teaching and learning process. According to Tito C 2018 as cited Rahman and Ikhwan 2019-29, states that Wattpad is a very interesting digital environment with a huge amount of potential for schools and learning. There are some previous research on using Wattpad application to reading comprehension. One of them is previous research by Hidayatullah Taufik 2020. The title is The Effectiveness of Wattpad Media on Students Writing Descriptive Text, an experimental research at the 10th grade of Madrasah Aliyah Al-Hashimiyah. Based on the explanation above, the researcher conduct research on the Wattpad application that will be applied in teaching reading comprehension in narrative text to 10th grade of SMK 1 Cilegon. Next is research question. Based on the explained above, the research question is there any significant influence of using Wattpad application towards students' reading comprehension in narrative text at 10th grade of SMK 1 Cilegon? The next is research objectives. To find out whether there is any significant difference score of the students before and after being taught by using Wattpad application. And the third is research significances. First, for students, the result of this research can be used as a reference to improve the ability of students in understanding more about learning reading using Wattpad application. And the second is for teacher. This study will be expected to empower students' motivation in learning English through digital application on Wattpad. And the last is for researcher. To give additional information for other researcher who wants to conduct further research on the related field. Chapter 2, Literature Review. First is Wattpad. According to Wanda 2019 explained, Wattpad is an application platform and online community site for writers and readers. Users can write or read information content within the scope of cyber literary story. Ahmadi 2018. According to Setiadi 2018, the information content of Wattpad has many categories such as short story, romance, fantasy, humor, mystery, historical fiction, teen fiction, general fiction, and etc. The second is reading comprehension. According to Smith and Robinson in Durham 2011, states that reading comprehension means that understanding, evaluating, and utilizing the information and ideas gained through an interaction between an author and a reader in which the written language becomes through the medium of print. And the third is narrative text. A narrative text is a text which is an imaginative story to entertain the reader, as stated by Grace 2016. Narrative text has the generic structure to identify, namely orientation, complication, resolution, and reorientation. The next slide is Chapter 3, Research Design. In this case, the writer used quantitative research. The researcher conducting the research applying quasi-experimental design. One of the design is pre-test and post-test. The next is research site and participants. In this research, the research was conducted at SMK 1 Cilegon. The writer will take 2 classes as a participant and sample to collect the data. They are 10 TKJ 1 as an experimental and 10 TKJ 2 as a control class. Each class consisted of 30 students. Continue from chapter 3 is data collecting technique. The technique of collecting the data in this research is using quantitative data. The quantitative data is obtained from the test, namely tryout, pre-test, and post-test. The next is data analysis technique. This study used Microsoft Excel as a tool to analyze the data. In this research, the data obtained from pre-test and post-test being analyzed by using construct validity, reliability, normality test, homogeneity test, t-test, and the last effect size to measure the mean of student score. Okay, I think that's enough from me. I'm sorry if there are any mistakes from my presentation. And the last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.